tell me that you understand it. Don't tell me that I'm too demanding. I need you to show me you're taking this too slowly. Don't tell me that you're what I need, no. I believe that when I see so. Time for you to show me. Hush your lips, stop your
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sunshine, and today I am currently headed to pick up my load in Georgia. It doesn't pick up until tonight, but first and foremost, if you are new to my channel, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. But the purpose and topic of this video, I wanted to talk to the women in trucking as well as the guys. I wanted to tell you guys about my experience as a female trucker driving in South Florida, because it was a hilarious experience. First off, if you have never, I would like to know if you are a female trucker and you've ever driven to South Florida area, please let me know how was your experience, because I will say I got a chance to deliver a load there, and I also got a chance to get out of my truck and go around, and the experience was crazy. For example, or I'll just say this, if you are a team couple, right, and you are going a male and female team couple, and you take your girl to South Florida, there is a possible chance that you will be leaving Florida by yourself, because the man here or the men there where I just left, they are extremely aggressive, not like violent, but they are extremely aggressive with trying to talk to your girl. So for example, I got out the truck, and or let me tell you, I like to say that New Jersey, even though I love Jersey and Jersey loves me, I think Jersey would have to be one of the most areas where I consider the guys are really like, they're on you. As a female trucker, they're on you. But I would have to say, hold on, because we going through a you know, the little pre-pass scale house. I got the green light. Yay! I'm about to go. I guess this flatbed driver got the green light too. But New Jersey is one of the most thirstiest areas or whatever. But I will have to say that South Florida has topped New Jersey 3,000%. Okay, so I went to this place called Swap Shop or whatever, and fast forward, I went to this one stand where they sell like shea butters and oils and stuff like that. And when I tell you that somehow I was talking to this dude, he was a Haitian dude, he was an older Haitian dude or whatever, and I was talking to him, he was telling me about the oils and everything, and I like listening to what the benefits of the oils and stuff is for, and going to the health food store or whatever. But I don't know what part of our conversation that we got into that invited this dude. Next thing I know, he was rubbing freaking oils and stuff on my hand and arm, and then trying to get me to eat these seeds. Like, the seeds were called moringa seeds or whatever, and I'm like, no. He said they have plenty of vitamins and they give you energy or whatever. And I'm like, at this point, after the oil and stuff started getting rubbed on my arm and everything, I'm like, I don't even want them seeds or whatever you trying to get. I've never seen the seeds before or whatever. And I looked them up, and everything was pretty much accurate what he was saying. But anyways, after that point, I'm like, I just got to get away from this man. But he's like, these seeds give you plenty of energy. So at this point, I'm trying to get away from him. I was like, you know what? I don't even need no energy. You know, I need something. I already got enough energy or whatever. I need something that calm me down or whatever. He's about to marry me. I went in there. When I tell you, when I walked inside of that building, now you know females we used to where you pull up to the receiving office or whatever, and you have guys trying to talk to you and everything, and that's different. But this was a whole new level. Let me tell y'all what happened. So I get in there as soon as I walk through the door. Mind you, there's a full operation going on outside. There's trucks, too many trucks pulling in, trucks trying to get in the dock, trucks getting offloaded. As soon as I stepped in that door, people was moving full speed, like I call them high-lows, but they call forklifts. So forklifts was moving everywhere, full production. When I walked in there, all production ceased. I'm not even joking. Like all production ceased. Like everybody that were on the freaking high-lows or forklifts, they completely stopped what they were doing and just completely started staring. So instantly, I'm like, I gotta look. There's just too many eyes. So I'm like, I gotta look the other way. I gotta look somewhere. I gotta look to the wall, the other way, or whatever. So I'm just trying to avoid contact while I'm checking in and waiting to get into my door and figure out what's going on. But the whole time, everybody just stopped what they were doing. So this wasn't it. So I'm already trying to avoid eye contact, because it's just too awkward for me. This one dude, have y'all ever seen that meme where the guy is on rollerblades and he just glides by like this and like smooth glide by or whatever? I promise you, this one dude, he was mind you, I'm just gonna tell you, like all the people that were working in there offloading and stuff, they were like Haitian guys and everything. So the one dude, he literally gets off of his forklift, walks so close to me where we were like, he might as well say hi or whatever. But it was so awkward. He didn't even say anything. Instead, he did a sideways. He was walking sideways. And for some reason, like, our eyes locked. And when I tell you, I ain't never seen nobody stare through your soul like that. Like I've never had anybody stare through my soul like that. And I've been in relationships or whatever. But this dude literally locked onto, I feel like he locked onto my freaking spirit. And he just stared, like his eyes were so like open, and he stared straight through my soul. And he was walking sideways, like looking at me, like, and so he walked like that, sideways like that, all the way back into the back area. And when I tell you, I was so glad that I had on my mask, because I burst out laughing so hard. I was just like, oh my God, this is just too crazy. The people is just, they doing too much or whatever. So that was how it was. I hurried up and got back in my truck and hurried up and grabbed my paperwork and everything. But then we were driving to a truck stop. On my way to the truck stop, I pulled up to a light. There was a dude at the bus stop, and they literally just blowing kisses, like, no lie, like they are just too much or whatever. But then we was going to the truck stop where we were going to get our fuel at, and you know how when you pull up and it's a truck coming out or whatever, and you supposed to like stay back a little bit and let them so they can get out. So I was just trying to rush to get my fuel. So I pulled up, and it was a African or Haitian guy again trying to get out, and I'm like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. But in this process, he was already like, mouth was going like, why would you do that? Like trying to cuss me out or whatever, without like instant reaction. But then he paused and looked through the freaking, like he's looking like, you know how you trying to figure out what kind of idiot would do something like that or whatever, like, why would you? Or like that. So he paused and looked through the freaking window or whatever. And he was like, and Jason was sitting right there. He was sitting right there in the center, like, or whatever. And he didn't even care. He was like, and he was like that. And I was like cracking up. I was like, I'm so glad you leaving the truck stop and I'm going in there. But when you get out of the freaking truck or whatever, in the process of you walking from the truck into the truck stop or whatever, you have freaking men, like, literally, I don't care if it's the guy taking out the trash or whatever, they are literally trying to talk to you and like following you and doing the most. Because I had got a shower there, and I was telling you guys when I had bought that little neck thing, the knife necklace thing, and it was because I had got a shower there, and on my way to my shower, like, they were literally following you to your shower, like look, and they don't even really say much, like, they don't talk much, or besides telling you, well, they do, they tell you you're beautiful and all that stuff like that, but they just follow you. So I would say be careful on that end. Don't be walking through, if you a female driver or whatever, and you ever in the South, Florida, Miami area, be careful. Like, don't be trying to take your shower at night and everything, because if they'll follow you in the daytime, they'll definitely follow you at night. And it's just weird. Like, you don't know when people are just trying to stare through your freaking soul or whatever. You don't know whether they trying to harm you or they just trying to I don't know. It's awkward. It was like zombie, like awkward. Usually, at least the guys in Jersey, they speak more or whatever, but these guys are just like bury me, like they straightforward. But anyways, that was my experience. Another weird thing that happened to me was I was at a stoplight, and I kind of like, the light was taking too long, so I kind of like sat back like this, and I looked down for like a second. As soon as I looked back up, there was an old lady in a wheelchair literally down there in front of my freaking truck, and it scared the crap out of me. And the whole time, like, I was thinking about that forever, like, what if I would have just been like this? Like, I could barely see her. If she would have just rolled up a little bit closer, I would have probably ran her over. Like, it was like middle, like, who, when, what. So you gotta be real careful too driving down there, because the people, like, you look away and look back, and next thing you know, you got somebody that's so close to your trailer, they just walking through the streets in the middle of the street, and wheelchairs. Like, she literally, it was no reason why she should be like down there in front of my truck, but I literally had to move into the center lane just to make sure I wouldn't hit her. I'm like, was she trying to get me to run her over or something? That was crazy. But that was my experience. It's good. I don't say it's not good, but if you're single or whatever, then and you trying to, like, don't go to South Florida. Like, they will stare at you, and with them stares, you probably think you pregnant by the time they get finished staring at you. The way that they go after women is crazy. So that's it's good if you like attention or whatever, but it's kind of like a weird, it's too much for me. But anyways, that was my experience. Let me know if you are a female trucker, or even if you a guy and you do team, let me know if y'all experienced something similar to like that in the Miami area. So that's all, folks.